Hi, I'm Rich Torrey. Welcome to another Level Up Cartooning. All you need to follow along with me is a pencil and paper. It doesn't get any easier than that, right? So for the past few weeks, we've been talking about the importance of getting comfortable drawing your character's head in different directions, and not just in the standard front-facing pose. To that end, we've been drawing some head-turning exercise using Morty from Rick and Morty, Dipper Pines from Gravity Falls, and last week we drew Luffy from One Piece. It dawned on me that we've drawn all boy characters, and so to rectify that imbalance, today we're going to draw the first of a few female characters' heads in our little head-turning exercise, starting with Princess Bubblegum from Adventure Time. Princess Bubblegum, aka Bonnie, PB, Peebles, Peebs. Anyway, Princess Bubblegum, who's made of pink gum biomass, is the ruler of the Candy Kingdom and friends with Finn and Jake. Over the course of the series, PB appears in multiple different looks and hairstyles. For our purposes, I picked a shorter-haired version of Peebs that appeared, I think, in Season 3, but don't quote me on that. One other note, like many other characters in the show, Princess Bubblegum does not have a visible nose. Anyway, as with last week's lesson, I'll give you an easy template to use to then practice drawing PB's head in different positions, or angles. Also, let me give you this more expanded template, kind of a head-turning tree, for you to use to begin to work on drawing characters' heads in even more positions or directions. I hope you find it helpful. When we're done with our lesson, I challenge you to draw the princess's head in these other angles. Oh, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button, as it helps this channel to grow, and hit the bell so you never miss a lesson. All right then, let's get to our head-turning exercise with Princess Bubblegum from Adventure Time. So we're going to draw Princess Bubblegum in 5 angles. Straight on, 3/4, profile, 3/4 looking up, and 3/4 looking down. Again, these are only a sample of many of the angles to choose from when it comes to drawing a character's head. There are literally endless possibilities. One other thing, the princess is one of those characters that is so simple and has so few extraneous lines or details that if you draw any of the lines wrong or off, it will be more noticeable. In other words, there's nothing to distract the viewer from the mistake you made, which makes it a little more challenging than it looks. Just something to think about. Anyway, let's start with a simple roadmap for our head-turning exercise using Princess Bubblegum from Adventure Time. So there's our roadmap for a head-turning exercise using Princess Bubblegum. Now we're on to step 2. In this step, we do what I call roughing out the features. I want to remind you that until the third and final step, you want to draw as light as possible. Those curved guidelines we've drawn to help us to know where to put Peeb's eyes, mouth, among other things, we don't want those guidelines in the final drawing. So you want to draw them light enough to be able to erase them easily. Okay? So let's rough out the features for our Princess Bubblegum head-turning exercise. Okay, so there are the roughed out features for Bonnie in our head turning exercise. So now with the roadmap done and the features roughed out, it's time for that final step. In step 3, we get to have fun. We get to draw on the final details for Princess Bubblegum. We don't have to guess where to put things because we've already done all the hard work figuring that out. As I often say, I want you to be present. And what I mean by that is you don't want to just mindlessly retrace over the lines that you've already drawn. As you're drawing that final line, you want to be thinking about it and how you might improve it, staying vigilant until the very end. Okay, so let's draw on the details for our head turning exercise with Princess Bubblegum from Adventure Time. And that's how you do it. There you have it, our head-turning exercise using Princess Bubblegum from the Cartoon Network classic Adventure Time. So how do you think you did? Understand if you've never drawn any pose of Princess Bubblegum before, then you can't expect to have drawn her perfectly. You'll notice I don't spend time coloring our PB head poses during this video because I want my lesson to focus solely on the drawing process. Now you have the secret formula, the process for drawing various head poses of Princess Bubblegum. And with that, you can draw them again and again. And by all means, color them when you're done. I promise each time you draw them, it'll be a little better and a little easier. I also promise the more you work with me, the better you're going to get at all of your cartoon characters. So I'd love to see your Princess Bubblegum head-turning exercise drawings. If you can, take a picture and post it on either Facebook or Instagram. And don't forget to include the hashtag #LevelUpCartooning. So hope you had as much fun as I did with this one. Remember to subscribe and thanks for joining me. Until next time, keep drawing, my friends.